Hello and welcome to Lesson 3. So for this moment we are going to talk about FM in the ARP-2600 because you can see each oscillator has a lot of FM control. Each has 4 sliders. So you can do a lot with this. You know, it seems like this was really intended with FM as part of its purpose. And there is some sort of like logic to this, but there's also like you can plug anything into anything because it's semi-modular. So as an experiment, we're going to start with VCO 3, just tuned to C. And I've got it set to hold a note. So here we have just a held note. You see we can control 3 different things coming into this. There's the ADSR, there's the noise generator. Let's listen to the noise generator first. Right, so noise generators down here. These are all interactive, right, too, so as I move this slider up and down, we got an amount of noise. We sort of get high to low frequency. And you also can find some sweet spots in here. Another thought, VCO2 sine wave is hardwired to this. So the beauty there is like you can kind of control the frequency and therefore the sound of the FM. Give it a little reverb. So that's a fun thought. We also have the ADSR envelope here, where the sustain kind of controls how that works. If you want to do percussion, that's a really good thing. But we're not limited. So the interesting thing about this is that, you know, we think about 80s FM being built from sine waves, but I mean, Oscillator 1 doesn't even have a sine wave, right? So what do we get out of this? We get rhythms. So I'm going to take the square wave and we're going to put it into the noise generator. So we're just substituting the square wave. As we turn this up, we get a square wave FM, and then we can turn this off. So now we have rhythm happening because the square wave is going at a low frequency. And we actually control the speed over here. So there's something to think about. You can also do a sawtooth, which will get sort of that ramping effect. Right? So now, with that in mind, VCO2 has a pulse, and we can control the width of the pulse. So we've got a, you know, essentially a square wave. Let's turn this into low frequency mode. You'll notice this reacts a little bit differently. So this one doesn't actually have as big of an amplitude or of a range as the first oscillator, which is sort of an interesting interaction. But we can kind of control a certain amount of swing here with the pulse width, and then combine them. And this is all assuming that we're using the sawtooth, but we can use the pulse wave of oscillator 3. We're substituting the pulse wave for the sawtooth. And we can always go back to audio rate for oscillator 2. that's pretty cool. So now we've got this like amazing sounding choppy thing happening. And I found you can like practice with this frequency switch and you can make a tune out of it. So, it's like the knobs become the instrument, which is really cool. And then one last thing. All of this is sort of assuming that something's in audio rate, but these become percussion when they're all in low frequency mode. This isn't necessarily an FM thing at this point. So, you know what? No, we'll do it in the next video. Alright, so I hope that helps.